What is going on, everybody? Welcome back for another unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share with anybody you think like the contents of this channel. Yeah, like I said before in my last video, FSL Mecha Godzilla, I had a couple of just banger box days, and he was the first, and this week we are doing the second. And I do not lie when I say this is a banger video this week. It's amazing. This figure was on my top list for acquisitions to get, and it's crazy that I was able to get him and stuff like that. And I'll explain how I got him and the situation, kind of leading up to it and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just so stoked to have it and everything, and I cannot wait to show you guys. But unfortunately, I do not have the box, which you guys know I liked going over the box and stuff like that, and can kind of looking at that how it came in. But I will show you a picture of the box first right now. It's your standard box with just a picture of what it is on the front and everything. So yeah, so nothing too crazy that we're missing out on. But I still like showing off the box and everything like that. So yeah, today obviously we are doing the Monster Maker 28 Godzilla 1964. From his epic appearance in Mothra versus Godzilla 1964. This is amazing. This thing is just next level. Like I said, it was on my list ever since I found out about it and everything. It was definitely the representation that I wanted to get and everything. But yeah, I'm just so happy this thing kind of fell in my lap and everything. And I'm so happy to have it. So, but yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it and let's dissect this thing and get a closer look at it. All right, and here he is in all his epic glory. This thing is, like I said, amazing. Like I've said before in previous videos, I am definitely on a model kit kick, and it's continuing. This guy is extremely beautiful. So kind of the little backstory about this and me acquiring it is that so just one day a collector was selling looked like his basic full collection of kits, and I just so happened to stumble upon it and everything. And unfortunately, it was probably within 20 minutes of the post going online, and these things were flying off this guy's shelf. Like, this was stuff that was super sought after and expensive stuff, but he was selling them for really good prices, and you couldn't go wrong. You really couldn't. And so I messaged the fellow collector to see what was still available, because a lot of the stuff that I really wanted was already taken. And so I was really sad, really bummed. But he, like I said, he had a lot of stuff, and a lot of them were like pieces on my list way up high that I was really on the lookout for and looking to acquire. And it was crazy. But unfortunately, of course, at the time, I didn't have a lot of money. So I was maybe able to grab one out of the pieces that I wanted. I maybe would have pushed for another one. But I would have been eating ramen noodles for the next 2 weeks. Like I was going to push it that severe. But unfortunately, the other ones that I really, really wanted were gone. And so I asked him if all the 64s were gone. And at first, we weren't on the same page. We didn't understand. So then I started showing pictures of which ones I was talking about. And he said this one was still available. I was like, holy crap. I was like, I will take it. This is so for Monster Maker 28. There are 3 different versions of the 64. So there is the first edition of the 64, which came out in 2002, I believe. And then this is the actual like 64 second edition, which came out in 2012. And then there is the Godzilla 1964 from Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, which we call the Beast, the 64B suit. And that was, he had that one too. So 64B was already taken, but this guy was still available. And I want the 64B also. But out of the actual like Mothra versus Godzilla, out of the two kits that Monster Maker 28 has made, this is the one that I really wanted. And it's so crazy because recently, within the last 4 months, there's been a couple up on Bai, and they've gone for ridiculous amount of money. Um, I think one of the auctions that I was actually a part of, I went up to like $1,000, and I still didn't win it. Like, so that gives you a an idea of like how expensive these things go for and how sought after they really are. Like, people are just throwing monies at these things because I just think it's because when they are fully painted, they are like the best representation of that Godzilla suit, kaiju, whatever. Like, it is the best quality you're gonna find out there. There's so many cool and talented sculptors in the model kit industry and stuff like that, which I am really getting to see firsthand, just because I am researching all this stuff, and it's just crazy. But I really think that I've really narrowed my hunt down to almost only Monster Maker 28 kits, just because I love all of his work. Niwa's work is so incredible, and I want them all. I really do. And what I'm doing is, if I get uh, an iteration from the Monster Maker 28 Godzillas, I am swapping them out with whatever I have that's representing that particular year. So, for instance, for this 64, I actually just sold my Godzilla 1964 30 centimeter X Plus, which I thought was one of the best X Plus sculpts out there. And it's an old sculpt, like it came out a long time ago. And to me personally, this one trumps that, hands down. I loved that 30 centimeter 64 like a lot, but this thing takes the cake for me. And so my thing this year is going quality over quantity. And if I do get something that I already have a representation of, especially for X Plus, likeness, realistic wise, I'm going for the one that I like the most and swapping them out. That's kind of my plan. So that way I don't gather a whole bunch of stuff and everything, because I am running out of space. I think that's a lot of people's issues now. So I'm trying to keep the best form of particular year of Godzilla suit and stuff like that. So that's my goal. And so that's what I did. I got this, and then I sold the 64 X Plus to a good friend of mine, Michael Hamilton, who absolutely loves 64 and everything. So glad he was able to get it. So yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely can't do two of the same. I'm just gonna go for the best, and in my opinion, this is the best. And mind you, I did not pay what that kit went for several months ago. It was a fantastic price, and you couldn't say no. So, and I'm surprised that not everything that he had like went off in the first like 30 minutes, honestly, because he had such good selection of very rare kits, and they're hard to find. And I'm so thankful that I was at least able to get one of them, because, like I said, this was on my list of top ones to get. So I just love the pose and everything about them. It's just, oh my gosh, just masterful. It really is. So, but enough of me rambling about kind of the backstory and how I got this guy. Let's get a good look at him. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, this thing is just absolutely incredible. The accuracy and the sculpting from Niwa is just, like I said, I could praise him all day long, because since getting into model collecting and stuff, like, he is, I think, my top sculptor for these kind of kits. and everything. Obviously Yuji Sakai is up there. Um, Ibarake is another one. I think those three are like the three trio or the trinity of the best, I think. And then you have your others that are sprinkled in and stuff like that that do a really good job and everything. But I think on a consistent basis, those three I would say are the best. And I think Niwa is my favorite. I just love how he does all of his sculpts and how real they look, and it just speaks to me. It really does. So, but yeah, it's just this is a big heavy boy. But yeah, the detail is just phenomenal. Let's get a good look at his face here. Just look at that mug. Just mm, love it. So, funny story about getting this is that when I got this, unfortunately, it's a resin kit, so it's fragile. So it was shipped to me. Unfortunately, like I've said before on this channel, the mail service, UPS, don't always handle the boxes with the utmost care. So it sucks because unfortunately it did get damaged in transit. So I had to call up my buddy Mark Seng Yang and see if he could repair it for me. He said he would. So I shipped it to him, and of course he did a fantastic job fixing it. So what was broken is that the tail actually broke off, and then this leg broke off too. So, but as you can see now, there it's perfect. They're attached with no issues whatsoever. He did do some paint touch up, like on the spines and everything. Give it kind of more that bone, darker brown color to them. And then he glazed over the eyes a little bit more because in the 64 movie in the suit, he's got like that real glazed, like shimmer look to it, kind of like it's dead almost. And it's just kind of sparkly all the time when the camera and the lights hit it and stuff. So he kind of gave that a little bit once over, and then he did a bit more red in the mouth for me, and then touched up some of the teeth, and then some of the claws. There was some paint chipping and stuff like that that he kind of touched up and everything. So yeah, just a few touch ups and stuff like that. That I was more than happy for him to do it and everything. I'm glad he did it. So it just completed the whole thing, entirely. So also too, while he had it, I was like, you know what? So when I had this, there was a metal rod sticking out of his tail. So that's the only way he could actually stand level, because this is a kit that has like a floating tail. If you put him down like this, that's how he stands. Okay. And obviously, that's not how you want to display him and stuff. So the original owner put a metal rod under here so he could stand up. So, it looks like the tail is floating in the air and stuff like that. Well, I wasn't too fond of it. Either was he. So I told him, no, please get rid of it. And so I was like, hey, make me like a diorama or a boulder to put it on, so it looks a little more natural, and then just something a little bit more eye peeling than just a metal rod coming out of his tail. And so he was nice enough to make me this styrofoam like boulder. And it's just, like I said, it's just styrofoam. He just kind of cut it up and everything, make it look like a boulder and everything. He put a little velvet um, pads on the bottom so it doesn't scratch up anything, like your table surfaces and stuff, and maybe easy to slide around and stuff. And I think it works rather well. Like, it looks a little bit more natural. It's a kind of a cool little accessory, to the model kit and stuff. So I really did enjoy that, how we did that and everything. I was really happy. And then, so we got to talk about the base, kind of what I wanted and stuff like that, and kind of threw some ideas around. And then he made a little drawing and everything for me and sent it to me and was like, hey, would you do it like this? I was like, yeah, perfect, that's it. And then I was like, you know what, but I also want to add something. I was like, I really want a Mothra egg. I've been trying to get a Mothra egg for a long time. I've even tried to buy people's individual like Mothra eggs off of them, just because I wanted something. I have the X Plus 25 centimeter Mothra and everything, and I don't have the egg form. I have the larvas that came with her, the reissue of a Rick with the light up eyes and stuff like that. So I don't have the egg. And then the 92 Mothra came with the base with the pull, but the egg was only half of the base. So you could get, a little look at it, but like not an actual like egg you can hold in your hand and stuff like that and put wherever. So I really wanted that. So I was like, hey, can we, put an egg in there? I go, but I want to make sure that it can come off whenever I want and make sure that the Godzilla can come off the base whenever he wants to. And that was kind of my idea around getting this rock done, because if I wanted to take it off the base, I wanted him to still be able to look natural and him walking and stuff like that with his floating tail. So, I was like, hey, can you make like a rock that can go under his tail that, you know, makes it look decent, and that's what we came up with. So, and I just, he did such a great job. And so I'm going to show you guys what we came up with as a base and everything like that. So, yeah, it overall the thing just looks spectacular all put together. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the base out. All right, here it is. Here's the base, the custom base that Mark Seng Yang built for me. It's rather simple, for the most part, but it's a nice little scenic terrain that he made for me with some rocks and everything like that, with a little tree, and bushes and stuff. Really put a little touch of everything on it, and I just absolutely love it. The colors, all the little rocks and stuff like that are kind of floating around and everything. It's just it's amazing. It was more than what I expected and more than I thought I was going to get. So of course, Mark just kind of puts the extra effort in everything that he does and just makes sure that his customers love what they ask for, and it's amazing. So yeah, definitely happy with what we came up with and how he executed this. I absolutely love it. So let's get Godzilla on the base so you can guys see what he looks like firsthand. All right, here he is in his base form, I guess you could call it. This is what he looks like. I'll try to turn him around for you guys so you can kind of see it. What was cool is that on the base, actually, I don't know if you guys saw it, is that he kind of made little indents for the feet and everything. So kind of where he's going to stand for the most part. And then, of course, on the back end here, as you saw, that little boulder or that hill, whatever you want to call it, rock, is where his tail sits. So he looks naturally like he's walking. And everything, and it still looks so dynamic. It's crazy. It really is. Um, so yeah, look, oh god, I love how this all comes together and everything. It's absolutely perfect. Um, it's I mean, I can't say any more than that. Like it is perfect. It really is. Um, I just love Mark and his just crazy ideas and stuff like that, but he can just come up with something like, oh yeah, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly kind of what you want. And he can just put it down and just start making stuff. And it is a special talent. It really is. So um my hats are always off to Mark and what he does for me and all that stuff. So he's such a great guy and everything, and he does everything just top quality, and I just absolutely love it. So, but yeah, this is I love this little scenic little base that we got made and stuff like that. And like I said, if I want to take them off, I can, and then I have my other little rock to hold them up and everything. Um, so yeah, but if you guys are looking at this and see this little area over here and you're kind of wondering, that kind of seems like something would go there, and you're not wrong. What? Did you guys hear that? Hmm. Must be imagination. Yeah. So, like I said, he made my own Mothra egg. How cool is this, dude? Like, I don't know. Honestly, I was probably just as excited for getting this figure as I was the freaking egg, dude. Like, I absolutely love this egg. Like I said, I wanted a Mothra egg for so long, so long. And I don't know why. I really don't. I just thought it was a cool accessory, and I kind of jealous that a lot of people had eggs from different figures and stuff like that over the years, and I just didn't have one, and I really wanted one. And so I was like, you know what? Can you make me a egg, Mark? He's like, heck yeah. He goes, I would love to make you an egg. He's like, I might even make my own egg for myself. And I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. So yeah, check this thing out. Like the paint on this is just incredible. Like it looks exactly from the movie. I absolutely love it. There's little white dots in it with the blue and yellow stripes. It's oh, love this. And so this magically fits here. And it kind of made it, he kind of built it up with rocks and stuff like that, like a little cradle. And you can see, like twirl it around here, that it's just kind of, it's just a little cradle for it so it doesn't go anywhere. Like it's not gonna roll off the base in any way. And then I can, like I said before, I can take it off when I want and do something else with it if I want. But I can always put it back and it's got its own little home right there. Plus, like looking at it like this, like it looks like Godzilla is going after the egg. Like amazing. Like everything just came together so well, and I just absolutely love it. I was so giddy when I got this. I still am, just because I got one of the figures, one of the model kits that I was searching for, that I tried to acquire before, and it just didn't happen. And then it just kind of fell into my lap where I was able to get it, and it didn't have to pay an arm and a leg for it. And then having Mark build up this sweet base for me and make a Mothra egg, and it just it oh man, it is crazy awesome. I'm gonna try to pick this guy up here so you guys can see it a little bit better. So let me see if I can. All right. So hopefully, without me breaking this thing, um, this is the full look, and I mean, it's like right there, like it just looks like he's looking down at the egg and he's going after it. Looks like in the movie where he just has that shot where it's like the close up of his face and his eyes, where he just has those dead eyes. He's just looking at that egg. He's like, I am going to just smash this thing. And it's exactly, kind of what I was kind of wanting and going for. And like I said, Mark delivered. So, but yeah, this whole thing is just so cool. You'll see more at the end with my uh, little turntable and stuff like that. My little video, I'll show of this guy and stuff like that, so you can kind of get a 3D look of the whole thing. I just don't want to break it right now. But yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Um, I just love this sculpt because I love the movement and the action in Godzilla, because it does show that he is walking, that he has his foot that is coming up as he is taking a step, as the tail is um, floating in the air, because that's the only way you can really display this, is if the tail is in the air. So you have to put something under it to really make it look like its natural look. And that's where the rocks come in and stuff like that. But it still makes it look authentic in every way. And I just love it. Like it's got, like I said, I love movement in figures or kits or whatever. Like I love that. I love the dynamicness of this look and everything. And I don't want the static, arms at the side kind of thing. Kind of over that now. I don't want that stuff. I'm gonna put my money for something that's expensive as this. Like I really want it to look really good. And Niwa captured it in all of his sculpts that I've ever seen online, in person, that I own. Everything, like everything just looks so good. And then of course it looks like it comes from the movies. It really does. Like I can't stress that enough. That if you haven't gotten anything like this or just seen it in pictures, whatever, it really does. It's phenomenal. So that's what I got. That's one of my bangers that I got recently. It's super crazy. Um, I will show a comparison, and of course, it's really the only comparison that we really need for this. So let's look at that right now. All right, like look at this beautiful little scene here. Like this is amazing. Uh, this makes me so happy because it's the first time I'm putting Mothra next to him. I know the scales don't matter. This is a 25 centimeter Mothra. This Godzilla is 30 centimeters. So it's kind of, it is what it is, but like you get the point of what they would look like if, say, Mothra was a little bit bigger. She was pretty big in the film, but for the most part, like it looks pretty dang good for their sizes and everything like that. And then, of course, I have the Mothra larvas that came with this Mothra and everything. So that's why I don't have the egg, because this version of Mothra 64 that was reissued was the light up version with the larvas. The original, I believe, had the egg that came with Mothra. So that's why I don't have an egg. But now I do. And now I love it. Now this is just a complete awesome display. Cannot wait to put this on the shelf and everything because this is this is really great looking. So um, this is perfect. And like this movie, I think I've either said this before or I've said to friends, it's definitely moving up on my list for movies that I like. This is actually one of two movies that I actually watched for the first time, being a Godzilla fan. The other one was Godzilla 84 or 85. Um, so I didn't latch onto it. Probably normally like you do when you watch, your first Godzilla movie and stuff like that. And maybe it's just because of Mothra. I never thought Mothra was the craziest, best enemy for Godzilla was and everything. And I always hated that the Mothra larva beat him at the end. I always hated that severely. So sorry about that, but just never sat well with me that Godzilla got beat by them. But it's okay. Uh, but yeah, this movie is definitely moving up on my list for all time favorites. The more I watch it, the more I'm appreciating, and the more I'm liking the look of Godzilla and everything. He's just so mean in that movie and just terrifying. Like he really is. Like just those eyes, and then his claws are bigger than normal and stuff. And it's just he just seems like he's a force just moving through Japan, and they can't stop him or do nothing to him because they put all these obstacles in his way, and he just plows right through them. It's crazy. So yeah, it's definitely moving up. So having something like this in the collection to go along with Mothra, just it makes it really special. So um, I know a lot of you 64 fans are gonna love this. Um, Leslie Chambers, Michael Hamilton, AJ Russo, Adrian Settle. I know you guys all like 64, so I'd say this is up there with the best 64s. I know, Leslie, you got the KOC 64. I know you preach about that one. That one's great. I know you have the M1 model kit. That one's great too. But yeah, this one has to be involved in that conversation for best 64 representations, because this thing is absolutely amazing and it can't be looked past by any means just because it's on the smaller scale. So it's definitely my pick because of course it's the one I have and everything. But yeah, it's incredible and I'm so happy to have it in the collection. So it makes what number 3 for my Monster Maker 28 kit collection so far. So hopefully we'll keep going on that. Hopefully on next G Fest I'll get some more. Hopefully more come out. I know Niwa is working on Anguirus 68, I believe. Then he just finished Gauss, Heisei Gauss. that I'm hoping to get to. So yeah, hopefully this year is the year of Monster Maker 28 for me and get more kits and stuff. So, but yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget, 400 subscribers, I am doing my giveaway. We have the Tom Whalen Godzilla versus Biollante poster, which is phenomenal. Like, oh my gosh, it's next level. Like, I love Tom Whalen stuff. I have all of his posters. I think for the most part, I might be missing like one of his like earlier ones. But like all the Mondo stuff, I have every single one. But yeah, then we have a Godzilla game. We have some Fungo Pops. We got the M1 Mechagodzilla 2 with the removable head and everything. Just some fun stuff that I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me and, giving my channel like for subscribing, and watching my videos and stuff like that. So I just want to give back to you guys. So thank you so much. And then another reminder, February 25th, I am doing the second episode of the Lowdown with Bearded Kaiju. Like I said, it's still in the works, so be on the lookout for that. I got a great group of guys that's going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about collectible stuff. And we're going to be talking about Wonderfest that's actually going on this weekend when this episode or this video drops. This weekend, Wonderfest will hit in Japan. So I'm going to be getting a group of guys together. We're going to talk about some other collecting stuff. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah, keep a lookout for that, February 25th. And then right after that, later that night, we're doing Monsters with Attitude crew. We will be doing a retrospect of the Showa Gamera series. So keep a lookout for that. So we got 2 programs going on that day. So you're going to get your kaiju fill. So hope you guys are all watching and tune in and stuff. But yeah, that's enough from me rambling. Thanks, guys. And later.